Hi there. I can't see myself there, so it's working. Uh, well, I thought perhaps a part two was in order because I got 74 views in 12 days. That's pretty good for my videos. So I thought, what does that translate into, though, coming from my mind, would be a lot of horny women in the local area, looking for what might be had. Well, I made some notes watching that first video of what it didn't say. I was scrutinizing it for what it didn't say. I was scrutinizing it. When you're a creator, as they call you on YouTube, and I don't know if everybody that are all creators that do this or not, but I'll watch my own creations like over and over, and looking for flaws or observing, studying, So, anyways, and I had some feedback from a couple of female friends, and well, a young couple, and another older friend, and the couple said that they thought that my first video said plainly what I was looking for, and plainly what I'm not looking for. It was spelled out clearly in there. And this other friend said that older friend said that the vasectomy was overkill thing, and to mention that in the write-up. And I wrote back, not really, because the way the courts have attacked women on that issue, on the basis of that issue, they attack individuality and the freedom of choice in general, is the way I feel about it. So I'm with the chicks on that one. You got the right to your own decision making on your own self, your own being, body. I mean, it's not the government's body. It's your body. It's not the religion's body. It's your body. So that's the way I look at that. And I think that's the straight up way of looking at it. The fair way, modern way of looking at it. And we'll not get into that issue entirely at all, too. So I'm a broader minded person than most people. I'm not narrow minded. So first you have to be friends. So how would we become friends? Because to go from point A, where you're at, to point B, where we would be sitting right there in that couch, or whether you're a friend, but you could bring a girlfriend with you, one, two of you. I mean, and I can clear this off. The sheet music book's off here, and we're sitting there right now, and I want to learn some more of that. I think I got that memorized. But I do things around here, stay busy and active, very much so. I'll never end up with Alzheimer's or dementia or any of that shit. I might act like it, I guess it's spontaneous. I forget what I said the moment before, but that's just me being me. But so how would you get in here? By invitation, if you want one, and you want to bring a girlfriend, you can bring a girlfriend, and you can both sit there or wherever you want to sit and entertain. We can entertain conversation, we can whatever. I mean, whatever you want to talk about. I mean, visit, just meet each other, and a friendship is a thing that you have to start somewhere with a seed that you of speaking to each other and respecting and being responsible with each other too. And people have a sense of humor and take advantage of me with that one, because I have a sense of humor now, but I didn't always, and it was hard coming in life the way my life went to have a sense of humor. But I do have a sense of humor. But people play on it and make fun of me, and I don't like that very much. But when people do that, just to get a laugh themselves. But I had some notes here I made from the first video too. So I was going to say, so I'm not a typical guy. Like typical guys. They kind of annoy me the way they talk about you women. I'm talking to women here on this video, so looking for someone to find me. Listen, we think we have found you. I mean, the beat like the Moody Blues song on my profile, but posted there. But so I'm not typical, and as far as what goes on when from a social interaction, a sociosexual interaction, that's always the woman's prerogative. Your prerogative. I mean, I don't like it. People who know me know that I'm not a forceful, aggressive, violent. I'm a very laid back person. Easy to get along with. Very easy to get along with when you get people who know me know that. I mean, so so you can come here with two of you, and if you wanted to keep it fun, wouldn't even have to tell me which one of you was interested in me, and then it would be some fun there for you, wasn't it there? But on your end, but so see, I can be humorful and playful too, so why not? You know, it's just so. What else did I write here? I can't see with or without glasses sometimes. Uh, I can't read what that says. My handwriting, as usual, can't be read. Being friend. Oh, being friend. Okay, I just said that. Uh, Not typical. It's your prerogative what goes on when, as far as sociosexual. I always leave that to the woman's prerogative. I always to do it that way. I always did it that way with chicks. Your prerogative what goes on when. Uh, I'm not forceful. See, like the typical guys who wouldn't like me. Uh, what do we got here? Oh, it says my books are like my kids. I didn't raise father children, so my books are like my kids, where you put a lot of time and effort into them, and over a period of time, so they read right and act right, read the right way, and talk the right way, and so my books are my children. Two of them in the library or on Amazon or wherever you want to find them. But so the one friend thought the vasectomy was too much. But the way the courts are going, it's not, because if you're like 30 in your 30s, and you want to party, grind, and have some fun, I mean, and then you don't have to worry about it. The courts are being involved, because I've talked to enough women to know that women have said they don't even know they're pregnant in 6 weeks. They'll let them feel a heartbeat. All those litigation onto them from the government and religion, and it's not right. It's not freedom to label people that way. The Privacy Act may have been eviscerated 20 years ago with the Patriot Act, which is a separate story. But the Privacy Act that does exist today is the HIPAA privacy medical record. And your pregnancy record is your medical record. Nobody has a right to it but yourself and your doctor. And so that's the end of that discussion. I mean, so there's reasons for everything. That's the short version of that. What I like to do, I like to stay home, but I'd like to get out to walk too. I'll never be able to walk the town again like I used to when I first moved here 38 years ago. For Christ's sake, it's probably look better with my glasses on. But here's somebody in the hallway. What was I talking about? Where 38 years ago I moved in here, and I used to walk to town from here, and frequently. It was my only way to get there, and so but I'll never be able to walk that again. But with the way my back is, but I don't think that'd be a miracle to do that at my age. The elasticity, they told me, physical therapy, that if you're bending of the parts of your body are not going to bend as much as they did when you were younger. But but I don't know. My doctor told me that if you can still sit down cross-legged on the floor and get back up again at your age, you're better off than 90% of the people your age. Or something like that. It was some wild percentage, 99% of the people my age or something. So, and I can do that. Yeah, I did yoga, hatha yoga for a long 20-year period of time when I was younger, from 16 to 36 or so. But uh, but uh, so it's just getting to be around somebody and get to know them. But so the other reason for the vasectomy I had too was the hereditary thing. with the illness, schizophrenia illness, which is not part of me now because I take medication, and you'll never have to worry about that part of it because I take medication. So, but I don't have to worry about it. It's a big thing for that. Is why I take the medication. Then I don't have to worry about it. So that's kind of a no-brainer if you really think about it, have a brain about it. But nobody likes to be told they're crazy. Well, that's the subject of my book, number one, in the grip of paranoid schizophrenia, is it's in that story. But that story, part of my life. But what I'm talking about, the hereditary factors were like in 1980, they said that one parent had schizophrenia, 90% chance the child would not have it, 10% chance they would. Two parents have schizophrenia, 50% chance, 1980 they said would cause schizophrenia. And then they amended that when more the science of genetics evolved and metamorphosized, and they said that if one parent has it, it's a 50% chance, and if both parents have schizophrenia, it's a 100% chance the offspring would have it. So, so that was why I had the vasectomy in the first place, because I was just too rotten to go through to have it be hereditarily passed to a child who grew up and have it happen in their life. And no, I couldn't do that to somebody. I didn't have the heart for it at the time. That's why I did it, So, but it has its own benefits now, too. So that's that. But and what I said, I had my job is on Social Security. It's, it's to take care of myself as a person with these illnesses I'm living with, and then. So my back can be built up. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. And I would like for somebody just to go walk with me to the mailroom, even to just start walking, partner, because I don't want to walk alone and I have to stop suddenly and sit there for a while on the curb for a few 2 or 3 minutes. I'm fine, but but I don't want people to come by and bug me if I'm alone, So I won't walk alone up there. Try to walk alone up there and back. See how far I get. If I get stuck or something, it's nice to have somebody with you. So a walking partner, a companion, and this too, and then we can go other places and walk different places. I mean, walking, is a goal to get mobile again. With the impairment in mobility that it was just as a symptom of the basic condition of my back. But so the fruition of tantric sex, lovemaking, meditations, the fruition of what I studied in the 1980s, the tantric sex, lovemaking, tantric lovemaking, is now to fruition at my age. And from a year ago, the one time I was hit in the last so many years, I don't care to admit, but so which isn't often. So I got something you might want, what I mean. But I'm easy to get along with if you just come here and just bring a friend and sit and. Somebody's trying to get a hold of me here. Maybe I should stop the video because I don't know what else to say. This is part 2, physical therapy. So it's physical therapy, part 2, metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. My life has been a metamorphosis, from one thing to another, to another, to another, to another. And I'm at this point in life I'm at now. And there's more I wanted to say, so there'll probably be a part 3. But I was supposed to get some more feedback, too, from people. On what I said in the first part. But so how long does this run for? Is that everything that was on my notes? The fruition of tantric lovemaking, meditations. The fruition, it's come to fruition what I studied in the 1980s. The ability to do that and levitate. What does that mean, tantric lovemaking? Well, it would sound weird. It's the Western world way of looking at lovemaking. Okay, it would sound weird if I told you, just to tell you, to the Westerners, thinkers. I mean, but but they talk about a valley orgasm, where it's not a peak where there's interruption. It's where you sink into a valley and the energy goes back into your body, and the female has multiples, and that energy is absorbed, and it goes on like that for hours sometimes, and it's just a valley, and that's what's Viagra. It's rock, and that's what makes it worthwhile on your part. So that's I've said enough now. I have to see how long this is. It's probably longer than I think, or maybe not. I have a nice day, night, or wherever you're at in your day or week or whatever. What's going on here? Is it on?